Hello, everyone, and welcome to ROKStudios. I'm Stan Miller. I'm PR and Analyst Relations Manager for Rockwell Automation in the EMEA region, and I'm joined today by Danijel Koren. He is Investments Director at Nexe. Daniel, welcome to the studio.
Glad to be here. Thank you, Stan.
So, today we're here to talk about the journey from optimization to autonomy and how data driven decision making is reshaping the heavy industries. It's a really interesting topic, but before we get into it, could you tell us a little bit about your company?
Yeah, so Nexe is business system from Croatia, and we are developing our operations in three neighboring countries, also in Bosnia and Herzegovina, in Serbia. We are producer of cement, basically, and other building materials, uh, all connected from roof tiles, bricks, aggregates. We also own companies that are engaged in waste management, so we can create our alternative fuels for the future.
All right, thanks for that. Let's get into the topic. Heavy industry is sometimes seen as an industry slower to change, yet now we're seeing some momentum toward autonomy and data-driven operations. From your perspective, what's changed in the last few years to make this transition possible and maybe even necessary? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, uh, three things basically happened: technology maturity, high demands on energy efficiency and future sustainability, and also big influences or changes in global markets. So when we speak about changes in global markets, cost of production in heavy industry, especially industry like cement, is highly dependent on energy prices, on CO2 emission allowances, and so on. So we need to look forward very deep in the future, what will happen and how to approach our business operations. So this is the reason why we believe that all the help coming from the system, from AI part of industry, can help us to develop our operations better and good for the future.
Excellent, excellent context. Daniel, let me ask you, many organizations begin digital transformation with efficiency goals, but leaders increasingly talk about other topics like resilience and, as you mentioned, sustainability as also a strategic priority. How do you see advanced decision making capabilities provided by digital transformation influencing executive decisions? What does that look like from your perspective?
Yes, so executive decisions now really are moving from this short-term efficiency to long-term sustainability and added value for the product for the market. So this is the reason why we really think that AI decision making are the ones that will push us forward toward more sustainable businesses. So. In regard to decision making, these short terms now becoming long terms development that are not possible to be covered by human decision making only. Uh, Values and results that we are doing on the short term coming from the operations on daily basis now needs to be fully prolonged in the future with the AI driven systems. Uh, Nowadays, when we were introducing this Rockwell automation model predictive control systems, when we showed that we have a 13.7 percentage increase in capacity, 9% of energy efficiency increase, then this is not became only a question of how to engage digital transformation, but how fast we can scale it out to have it for the complete operations to be covered.
Those are impressive data driven outcomes you've just shared. Thank you. It's speaking of data driven decisions. So, as operational decisions become more data driven, certainly the role of leadership evolves. What new expectations do you see for executives in governing, trusting, scaling automated and or even semi-autonomous decision frameworks across these complex industrial environments?
Yeah, so technology is not an issue anymore. The culture basically is. So what I would say, executives are in need to uh, engage, to be trust, for the people to be trusted in all of these systems. Uh, Technology can do whatever we can imagine nowadays, but the people, the operators, the engineers who are involved with the systems, they are the ones who need to get into trust with into the systems.
That sets me up very well for my next question because you're talking about people. So, as you said, right, technology alone rarely delivers transformation. So, based on your experience, what organizational or cultural factors most often determine whether advanced control and analytics become a strategic advantage rather than just an experiment? How does that
Yeah,
work?
uh, just the question I was answering before. Distrust coming from the engineers into the systems operators also. They are the most crucial people who are involved with the systems. Are the one who needs to get trust into these systems and to uh, push all the efforts into the future, not only to think about the system as a pilot project or something like this. When they see results, when they see these systems running, in order to help them to get all the results the best possible, not only to run the most optimal way, but also to see the future results, how they will influence the sustainability of the plant with the system running safely and in constant way without any problems, then they can imagine this system to be running for the future, not only as a pilot project, as I mentioned.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you have those very specific outcomes that drive that trust with the team for that long-term strategy.
Yeah.
Daniel, looking ahead, how should industrial leaders think about the next phase beyond optimization, particularly concepts like autonomy? You've mentioned AI as well, sustainability, um, kind of coming together in a single strategy. I mean, how should industrial leaders push that forward, do you think?
So actually, we started with our project on limited assets in our plant. We started with the cement mills, with the raw mill, with the kiln, and now we are getting these results, and we are getting results that are showing us that operational effectiveness is much better, much higher. Return of investment is no question anymore. So we know that we need to push forward. So our plans are really to extend, to scale everything out, to have our plant, our businesses running as much as better as possible.
Fantastic. Daniel, thank you for sharing your success and your team's success. And more importantly as well, thank you for joining us in the studio today. This has been great. Thank you.
Thank you for having me here.
And thank you for watching. If you'd like to learn more about industrial automation and digital transformation, visit rockwellautomation.com.